All right, all right, all right. Good evening, everyone, wherever you are joining us right now. It's your wonderful ladies of virtue on a very, very popular series of creating passive income streams. Guess what? If we can, you also can. Guess what? If we can, you also can definitely do it. You can go over and above, to get it done. It's another episode, and trust me, I'm putting a shout out to all the children across the globe because I know today is World's Children's Day. Happy Children's Day to all of our children out there. Happy Children's Day to every one of them. Trusting God that you will, grow from one level of glory to another level of glory. You continue to be a shining light even to your parents. You'll be a shining
Man.
light to your community. You'll be a shining light to every individual that you are connected or affiliated with. All right, all right. It's another blessed evening, and let's get it rolling. Let's get it rolling. I'm getting some feedback from my hand here. I hope everybody can hear me, but I'm just going to go ahead and speak on. Okay. So it's a wonderful topic of discussion today, and just like you can see right there, it's streaming on there. We're talking about what corporate world illusion. But guess what? I don't get to do this alone. I have the very easiest work today. I'm just going to have my ladies take turns, right? They will dive into it and then, by all means, do justice to this topic. But before we do that, I'm going to give the ladies some time to just say LOI to the audience. Muturaya in no particular order. How you doing?
I'm doing great. All right. It's good to be back here. And, it's been an amazing sunny day. And we started holiday already. So we are loving it. We are
Wonderful.
loving it. Right. So, how is it on your end, too? Amalara, how is it?
Yeah, great. We thank God. We bless God. I mean, we're still in school. By probably next week, we should be out of
Okay.
school. Hi, everyone. Good evening. Good to be back.
Wonderful. Over to you,
I'm
Adebola.
from New York. From New York, Adebola is saying hi to everyone. Like Mara said, we're still in school. And I wonder how many of us are in school. But those who know knows we're still in school. We'll be coming out very soon. But I can't
Very
wait
good.
for the summer. It's gonna be a
Oh,
beautiful time.
okay.
It's gonna be a beautiful time. So welcome
Beautiful time.
everyone joining us today. And if you're watching the replay, you're also welcome.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, beautiful ladies. Aren't these ladies beautiful? Aren't they looking smashingly hot?
Yes.
Yes, because they carry something, of course, right? It's not far-fetched. They are daughters of the Most High God. They carry something. And guess what? They can't just keep it to themselves. And they are always eager to make sure, right, they attract the right individuals that need this information. One of the reasons we created this platform, so we could, reach out to every single individual who is also in search for something that will get them to that level that they will be able to change the narrative, not just for their family, but also be a blessing to their community. So today we're talking about a topic, corporate world illusion. Corporate world illusion. I don't know how many people probably thinking, what are they up to today? What are they up to? Guess what? These ladies, you never can tell. They come from every angle. You just can't, predict them. These ladies are unpredictable because they are out there to deliver value. I am super proud of every single one of them. Shout out to you, ladies. I love you with the love of the Lord Almighty. Guess what? It's corporate illusion. Corporate world illusion. A whole lot of us get, twisted, or we get entangled into this so-called world, corporate world, or for lack of better word, corporate America. And we're like, oh yeah, I'm so busy with my work because I'm now a professional. I'm so much into this, I'm so much into that. So we hide under that coverage, and we're not ready to explore even beyond the ordinary. We're not ready to explore beyond, the world of business opportunity, and we just find it very comfortable wherever we are. Guess what? These ladies are going to be trashing out certain things we've been able to come together with, and we call those things illusions. Those things are not true. They are not accurate. Okay. Those things are just on the surface. They are out there just to get you entangled. And if you're not careful, you will be in that entanglement for a very long time. So this is us calling it out. and saying, hey, you know what? Wake up and smell the coffee. Don't get entangled. A whole lot of us probably found ourselves in there, but this is an eye opener to everybody out there to be watchful so they can begin to build their dreams. Guess what? If you don't take hold of your dreams and then run with it, we have a whole lot of folks out there who will hire you to help them build those dreams of theirs. But guess what? In no particular order, Mutsunrayo, we've talked about these solutions and whatnot, and I'm sure you probably have experienced some or you're aware of some. Can you please just open us up for starters? Mention one of those things that really come to mind and get people entangled with in the corporate world.
Ooh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just grateful that we're at the point that we are comfortable to discuss this topic. Okay. And our intention for coming out here is to, continue to educate as many that are still in that, illusion. We'll continue to say it. The purpose here is to examine some of these things. Okay. By the way, what is an illusion? Okay. What is it that we call an illusion? An illusion is something that deceives or misleads. Okay. And a lot of us, if you look at the corporate world, you'll see that there are a lot of shiny objects. Let me put it there. A lot of promises that you will discover are not the reality when you venture into that corporate world. Okay. So one of them today is, work-life balance is a priority your work-life balance is a priority to us. Now, let me ask you, our audience out there on this live or catching up on the replay, one way or the other, you've been in that, level where you are able to, work for someone in a company, right? Do you think you were given that access to balance your life and your work? Do you think balancing your life and your work is a priority to them as promised? Now tell me, how many of us have been given, like, I will use myself as an example, and I will continue to say this over and over again, right? I was employed in a school, and I was given an option that no one should be given. Right? There is no work balance. There was an opportunity for me to work from home, but because I was not having health issues, that condition is there. But because I'm a new staff, that condition is there. So the only option is to go sit down at home. Now, if you find yourself in that situation today, do you think that priority will be given to you? No. The company will be ready to do something that suits them and suit the interests of the company, right? Now, I'm asking you, are you able to balance work life, schedules with your family when it comes to being available for yourself, for your family? A lot of time we see that parents, one is in, the other is stepping out, right? A lot of time you see that, parents are not even available for children activities. The balance that was promised was never there. And where it is available, you are ready to pick more shifts. In a corporate world where there are no those extra shifts, right? You are ready because the bills keep coming. You are ready to go look for something extra to augment what you are getting from the so-called, right? So those are the lies that we get, and that we want you today. We are challenging you to look back into it. Those few years that you've spent in the corporate world, what are those things that you were expecting, that you thought, oh, this will change for good? This is where I see myself. And where are you today? What are those dreams that you think you would have achieved or you will be achieving once you step into the corporate world? Where are you with them today? So I will leave us with that. Now, I want to say this as I mean, something that will just to trigger you is it's time for you to look at something that will guarantee a work life balance, not just for you, but for your family and generations yet unborn. I
Thank
will
you so
leave
much,
it there, Butukwe.
Mutunraya. Thank you so much, Mutunraya. I mean, it's just the simple truth. You see the passion from my sis coming out there. I mean, because a whole lot of us have probably become, we've been victimized by that singular liner, right? Whereby whatever it is we're doing does not even respect our family space. And so we're becoming slaves to the work that we signed on for, right? And it's so disheartening, and that's a wake-up call. We're saying that, you know what, no one should be experiencing this. Now that we know it's out there, right? They are going to fend for themselves first. I'm talking about the employers right now. And by no means, the caveat here is we're not calling out no organization today. We're not calling out no parastatal. We're not calling out no entity. But this is us coming out and telling individuals out there, if you know you deserve way more, which we believe you do, because every single person deserves the best, nothing but the best. It's time you start looking out for yourself right now. Adebola, can you please also tell us anything that comes readily to mind that you think might be some of those entanglements when it comes to the corporate world?
All right, all right, all right. Mutual started this very well with that, high tone to get people alert and okay, come and listen to us. So let's talk about corporate world illusions. The other day when Mudupe was talking about days that, oh, maybe we should be, we may be discussing something around this. Like when the inspiration came, I said, all right, what this is actually is just like you saying, the symptoms, the symptoms of corporate world illusion. Like when you're trying to diagnose a patient, oh, what's wrong with you? Oh, is this happening? Or did they tell you this? Did they tell you that? Oh, if that's the case, then you're experiencing corporate world illusion,
Illusion.
and it's just what it is, So let's see what other things that we may have been hearing or people say around us, or it's very common, and then that just keep us tied down in that place, and we don't want to get out of that comfort zone because we believe it's everything. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the fact that sometimes we're promised this oh, you have opportunities for career growth and advancement, or you can move up the ladder if you work so hard, and this and that and that. It's just all about leveraging us. Oh no, I'm now putting myself in that position now. It's all about this CEO or this organization or the people that owns this, whatever, just leveraging you and just telling you things. It's possible some organization might be able to provide that or to allow that to happen, but the thing is that it's still not permanent, and that's just the truth. Yeah, there may be opportunities for career growth, but most of the time, you don't even get that opportunity. You may be at that position for a long time and you're just getting whatever you're getting. Even if there's a chance for an increment in pay, it's going to be so insignificant that you don't even know why you're getting it in the first place. Career goals, you may have to, okay, go back to school and do another kind of training, or go get a master's, or now you got to go get PhD, or for how long before you can even move up the ladder, or you got to do a test, and then you're seeing yourself after 10 years you've not left the same position that you are. And that's just some things that, okay, I have, there's a chance I may become the, when are you going to become the senior manager? If you start and years are going by and nothing is happening, you have to start thinking of, okay, what is my future? So don't get caught in that, Oh, you're going to have opportunities in our company. This is going to happen. You're going to be able to move up the ladder. You're not never going to become the CEO. Who, if they don't leave their home for 1 month, for 2 months, they're still making money. But you dare not do that. You dare not do that. Stay at home. One day you don't get paid. So don't get caught in that particular illusion. Yeah, some companies, some organization may allow you that, but the issue is that it's not always permanent. It's not something that you can just rely. Oh yeah, and that's it. All right. So I'm gonna stop there for now.
I call it rat race, literally. Thank you, Debola. I call it rat race. It's a rat race, people. Can you just wake up and smell the coffee? It's a rat race. There's no way if your CEO of your current, I don't know, establishment will tell you, oh, you know what, by the way, I'll make you the CEO. I mean,
Mhm.
if you put in the work and get all these things done. Let me ask you, when are you going to become the CEO of the establishment in which you're working for? How about you work on yourself and get something started for yourself where you are your own CEO? You are your own CEO. That's exactly the value we bring this evening. Thank you so much. That was a very great one. Great one. Omolara, let me
Uh,
trade back to you. And what entanglement would you like to share, right, with the audience, with those listening to us, or we'll probably catch up on this replay?
all right. Thank you so much for that topic. I mean, everybody in the corporate world go through one thing or the other, and Adebola have said, likewise, Motorino said something. So, in my own opinion, like things that the corporate world will always tell us so many things, to get your attention, so many things to get you, to get you on board. They will give you so much stuff that, I mean, all these things that are so glitter. And you yourself, you think like, okay, I mean, they offer me this, they offer me that, then why wouldn't I take it up? So for me, one of the illusion that I believe that most organization, let me put it that way, most organization will offer, they will tell you, oh, we offer equal opportunities for everyone, regardless of background, regardless of culture or their identity. So in that position, coming from maybe a background, coming from one background to going to another, to another background. So most company will tell you, okay, because we have this position, we want to give this position to maybe, I mean, probably I might say to Caucasian, and because you are not Caucasian, the position is not meant for you. So when we say when a company say we offer an equal opportunities, and you not being a Caucasian, maybe you are some kind of another tribe or another race, and then you feel like you are competent, you have all this qualification, that warrants you that position, but because you are not from that particular background, you are not being given that position. So if you're out there thinking, okay, because this company has offered me this job, this particular job, right? And then they said we offer equal opportunities. And because of race, because of identity, because of tribe, you are not being offered that job. What are you going to do? So for us to to be able to, to have something going, we don't need all these lies. Everything, all these things are just mere illusion. To me, it's just mere illusion, because if I'm capable, if I have, okay, let's say I have a doctorate degree, say for instance, I have a doctorate degree, and I know that this position, I mean, with interview or without interview, I know I'm going to get this position. But because the gender they're looking for in that position, I'm not. Maybe they're looking for a male person in that position, and I'm female. What do you think is going to happen? They'll give it to the male. So in that situation, we don't have to, go all the way simply because we want a job. We want something, to fall back on. So the reason why we need to stand up on our feet and let them know, okay, I have to stand on my own. So if you are able to stand on your own, you will not buy into all these lies. And that's the reason why we always come out all the time, like every now and then, preaching to the world, preaching to people. Your job is equally as good. Nobody says nobody says leave your job. But the thing is, whereby you are not appreciated, whereby you can't, you can't say something and they're going to buy it in, whereby before they hired somebody, they have to look at, okay, because I'm Caucasian, I have to hire Caucasian, because I'm black, I have to hire black. It doesn't have to go that way. So if something of that is happening in a company or in an organization, then it's time for you to move on. I'm serious. It's time for you to move on.
God,
Just go all out and see, explore the world. There are so many
absolutely,
opportunities out there that you
absolutely.
can take part of. Let me stop right there for now.
See, I told you, these ladies are never joking. They've researched the topic. They're coming with all passion. They have, they've mastered their craft, and they just want to make sure they pour out value. Thank you so much, ladies. I mean, you guys have said it all. And I just saw in the comment, Timothy Ade, thank you. Thank you for joining us on YouTube, Timothy. That is so, so on point. Timothy had said that, you probably will be somewhere. I mean, it's a matter of, have we ever thought of, by the time I continue being here and I work for the next so-called 65 years, maybe that's the retirement age in some places, maybe not in other places, right? According to whatever the retirement period is, right? And then your monthly take home, is just a token. Probably then you end up spending it in nursing home. That is why we're calling out right now and saying, hey, wake up, brother. Wake up, sister. Smell the coffee. Be proactive. Get intentional when it has to do with yourself. Get intentional when it has to do with your family. You don't want to wait till then when you don't want to start doing certain things. And just to allude to all the pointers the ladies had mentioned, another thing that comes readily to mind will be they saying they are prioritizing, employees' wellness and their mental health. I don't think so. I don't think so. I totally disagree. We've had quite a few stories and instances whereby employees, as a result of the workload and then working so many jobs, it has ended up, adding up one diagnosis or another diagnosis to their history, to their medical history. Some people are going through mental, challenges right now as a result of certain things being thrown out from the corporate world. And so this is a time we're saying, let us not be solely dependent on something that is not yours. Mm-hmm. It's going to pass. Develop something that you can start doing on your own right now. We have platforms that can thrive. We are plugged on that platform that is thriving, and we're calling on you. Can I please have the four of us, please? I want everybody's, numbers to be showing right there. Can somebody help with that? We're calling on you to, get on board. Get on board. We can help you. We can definitely help you. You just need to reach out to us. We don't bite. We don't bite. Reach out to whoever you think, you feel comfortable talking to. We will help you, guide you, direct you. That is what we're doing. We're attracting individuals, who are also hungry and eager to change their status quo. And then we show them how they could start a business of their own using proven models that is working and delivering results. Mm-hmm. Here, our potentials are uncapped. You need to come check it out first for you to be able to see if this is for you or not for you. I'm going to have the ladies take a very quick round and talk about any other illusion, maybe something you think this is so huge. Dupe, you know what? I must talk about this. You must make sure I let this out. Adebola, what would that be?
All right, okay. So, we've had a couple. I'm going to mention something else that's, it's also interesting. we do see or hear that when our employers say something like, "Oh, our employees are like our most valuable assets."
Greatest
I
asset.
mean, it's so true. Let's be frank. It's true because
Mm-hmm.
without the employees, there's nothing is going to happen. Without it, because I'm going to say it again. The employers are leveraging the employees. Without the employees, there won't be a company. You could have a big organization, you have money, you create something, or you started something. If you don't have people that are working for you as needed, then there's no growth. So really, the employees are their most valuable asset. So now you know that you are a very valuable asset. And I'm going to ask again, are you being leveraged, or are you leveraging? Are you going to stay on and keep staying in the place whereby somebody keep leveraging you, leveraging your time, leveraging your energy to to build their own legacy?
Hmm.
You are a very valuable asset, but why don't you become that valuable asset to yourself, to your own organization, to your own business, to your own, whatever you want to call it, doing it to build your own legacy? Really, employees are valuable. But now let the table turn and start being valuable to yourself, being valuable to building your own legacy, and start leveraging instead of being leveraged. That is very important. They say that, and I believe that, yeah, they are. But do you even get that value? As valuable as we are, or as employees are, do you get the reward of that value? Do you get it from your employers? Do they really give you the what you are worth based on the value you bring to the table?
Hmm.
Okay, that is very important. And then we hear things like, "Oh, we value long-term employees, loyalty, and offer job security." Mm-mm. There's no job security anyway. As long as it's not yours, it's not secured. If they tell you that it's done tomorrow, you only maybe probably going to go home with your bag if you're a lady like me, or with wallet if you're a guy, or a box like some people do. I see in movies that they carry boxes, and I wonder what they put in the boxes. But
Briefcases.
you're gonna just go home with that. That's what's gonna happen, and that's the end. Tomorrow, probably somebody will replace you,
Mhm.
Hmm.
and your story has ended with that company.
My
Yeah.
God.
That's it. Even while you're there, maybe there was a recognition, and all you got was a cup with the logo of the company on it, say, "Oh, valuable employee of the month."
Mm.
We need to wake up. We are in a different world. I know most of us are programmed. We go to school, get a job, you go every day, you come back, but we're not even making ends meet. We're going every day, coming back. The paycheck is not meeting each other. So it's a different world entirely. Things are happening differently. And we have to make the change happen also. We can't stay in the same place. Please, it's old fashioned. It's old fashioned. Our responsibility to our family is greater, and we have to make sure that we're meeting those responsibilities and just get out of that mentality, or I have a job. It's no, it's job. Really, we have to do better. Thank you, thank
You
you.
see, you see why I can't love these ladies less. I can't just love them less. See how they're throwing pointers. I hope somebody's catching it. I hope somebody's out there catching up on this replay and seeing value in what is being said. It's just a matter of reroute. Make you that priority and reroute. You have that energy. You're a great asset. You're valuable. Can you be valuable to yourself? Excuse me? Can you be valuable to your family? You matter. Make you a priority. Mutsuraya, I know you're ready for me. Throw it out. Let's
All
go.
right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. You see, if we keep talking from today till tomorrow,
Mm.
ọ̀ní tá a bá ń gúnyán nínú odó, tá a bá ń se ọbẹ̀ nínú èpo ẹ̀pà, ẹni tó máa yó ló máa yó. Hey, if you
My
know, you
God.
know. No matter
Translation,
what you say, there are
translation.
some people that are already, have their mind, they've concluded already,
Made up,
but
made up.
made up, right? We are doing our duty,
Benny.
okay? So that it can be said of us that we perform what we are supposed to do.
Actually,
We
want to
did what
say.
we are supposed to
Mm-hmm.
do. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So that when the time comes, you will say, oh, I heard those four ladies saying something. Now, will you be able to say, I did take action? Guess what? If nothing happened, nothing happens.
Mm-mm.
Those dreams, okay, those goals that you set up in January, do you think your paycheck is going to take care of it?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
Come on, go sit down. Your paycheck is not even taking you to the grocery store and back. It's
Mhm.
not even. Tell me the last time you put gas in your car and you smiled. You look at the pump and you're mad. What's going on? Right? Now tell me, as those prices are going up astronomically, is your paycheck increasing that way? That is where you need to pinch yourself and say, hey, it's now time for you to take action. It's now time for you to reveal those things you've been believing. I'm not laughing. It's not a laughing matter. Okay? There is an adage in my place that when two siblings go behind closed doors, when they come out smiling, nothing of truth came out from there. But
Mm.
when they come out, one went that way, the other this way. Know that there is a bunch of truth being told behind those closed doors. When is the time that you're going to take action? Okay, another thing that you are believing, another lie that you are believing is that your performance will be rewarded according to your merits. Now tell me, how many hours do you put in that job?
Mm.
Evaluate what you take out, like your take home, with the effort you are putting in that job. Now ask yourself, if you are putting half of that devotion, of that dedication into something of your own,
Mm.
are you going to get the same take home?
Nope.
Is it high time to tell yourself that, hey, I love my corporate world. I love my corporate whatever. I'm going to be doing that. And once it ends at 5, I'm ready to work on myself. Or you go home to go watch Netflix. Hey, you go home to go to Bear Parlor. You go home to go watch African Magic. Time is going.
Yeah.
Time is going. Okay. Now, that lie that you are believing, your performance is underrated. Your effort is underrated by what is coming into it. Okay. So tell yourself the bitter truth. And not just tell yourself, act on it. And that's what I'm going to leave us with. But guess what? It's like we're going to make a comeback with this topic because our people need to hear and listen and just act. Thank you, Mutupe.
Thank you, Moturayo. Hug, virtual hugs to you. Just throwing it all out. Guess what? If you caught it, she didn't miss. She didn't mean to miss you. She was actually meant for you. If that stone was she was throwing out, if it actually got to you, guess what? She didn't have any intention of missing you because it was for you. It was definitely for you. Omolara, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Motorayo. I love the way you just fire. I wish you could, go on and keep on firing.
That was some fiery fire.
I'm serious. Truth really need to be told because a lot of us has been in corporate world for so many decades, and still we're still keep we keep repeating the same thing we're doing over and over again. Without you might increase in wisdom because your company will tell you, okay, yeah, we're gonna pay for this what's it called? We're going to pay
Training.
for this training.
Mm.
Then you can go for this training, but you can never be the CEO of that company. Adebola have said it earlier. You can never be that CEO of that company. So why wasting time? We didn't say it's not good to be working. We all are still working. We're still in the corporate world, but don't let that. Don't be carried away with all these shining things that we promise you this. We promise you heaven and earth. So another things that we all think, or the company will tell you, one of the lies, let me put it that one of the lies that we get sometimes is that you have the freedom, the whole freedom, to take risk and explore new ideas. So if how can a company, I mean, just imagine, how can a company give you that freedom, all that freedom that you need to take a risk? No company will give you freedom to take a risk. They want you to come in, do your 40 hours a week, right? Do your 40 hours and go. Go to your house or go to your home, right? So they won't give you that freedom. It is you that will sit down and say, okay, do I really need freedom? Am I going to continue working like this for the rest of my life? I saw somebody saying at 65 years. I mean, right now, I mean, I've heard 67 years. Retirement age now is 67. So do you still want to be at that corporate job, still keep on listening to those lies that we have been fed for so many years? That okay, you don't worry, you're 60 by 50, 65, whatever your benefit from work, your 401k and all that. Don't worry when you want to retire, that you can be okay with that. You can be okay. I mean, nobody with doing 80 hours, 40 hours a week becomes millionaire, except we want to, like, if we want to lie to ourselves, we are not telling ourselves the truth. But try to say something that when two brothers or two sisters, goes by the closed door, and when they come out, they smile to each other. That means they are just lying to themselves. So we are not here to lie to you. We are here to tell you the truth. Being in the corporate world for decades, most of us are there. We are still there. And we hear all these things every time. So it is now left for you to now say, okay, this is what I want for myself. I don't want to listen to these lies anymore. I'm still working fine, but I don't want that to determine my future. I don't want that to determine my children's future. So it is time for me to get something going, to get something doing. That's the reason why we always see us here. And we are not here to come and play with you. We are not here to come and joke with you. It is all about your life. It is all about your children's life. It is time for you to take action. When you take action, just get something on the side, because all this freedom to take risks and explore new ideas, they might give you new ideas, but it is just for you to use it in that company, right? Because they pay for that training you're going for. So, but when you have your own thing, it is yours for life. You are your own boss. You are your own CEO. So no CEO of any company will tell you, come and let me get up for you and then come and become the CEO of the company. It has never happened, and it will never happen. Except if the company, the owner of that company is your father or your mother, or maybe even your uncle will not tell you, come on, come and sit down there, because your uncle also has his own children that can take up the position. So it is time for us to wise up. Don't let us put all our eggs in one basket.
That's
One
it. That's
paycheck, we
it.
always say it, one paycheck can never do. You can never become rich. You can never become billionaire. You can never become, Amazon in with just one paycheck. I mean, it's true. You can never become all this multi-millionaire with just one paycheck. And that's the reason why you need to get up and start doing something. If you have been sleeping this way before, wake up from your slumber and see how other people are sleeping and they are making it in the world. I rest my case. Thank you.
My dear sister just rested her case. She just dropped the bed. Mic drop. I hope you all heard it. Mic drop. I hope you all heard it. We don't have all the time in the world. But guess what? Everybody, the mistakes we make is we think we do have all the time, but we don't. Unfortunately, we don't. And so for every single point in time, we are here to educate. We are here to inspire. We are here to, throw light, shed light, and hope somebody will catch it. We've signed this, for the long haul, because we are every now and then providing beacon of hope. A round of applause to these ladies of mine. I mean, I'm doffing my hat to you because you've done terrific this evening. You wanted somebody to catch it, and I hope somebody did. I hope somebody will, get on this replay and be able to find out those things we're trying to explain to you. Guess what is not far-fetched, folks? They're all illusions. Don't get carried away. Don't be that person that will be entangled in all of these so-called shiny things flying around. Oh, I've got it all. I have these perks. I have that perks. Can you at least find something for yourself that you deserve? Anyone is replaceable within a single blink of an eye. Anyone, anyone is replaceable. Maybe when you think about that, you get intentional and be very proactive on how you want to build your dreams. Do you want to build it by yourself, or you want people to hire you to help them build theirs?
Yes.
This is a decision you need to make. We're resting our case on this note. We're resting our case on this note, and we're going to come back another time. We're going to be back before you know it. And until then, guess what? If we can do all these things, you definitely too can.
That's right.
Thank you, and God bless.
You
Bye,
everyone.
everyone.
Bye, everyone.